Hello everybody, this is Iced Blood. Welcome back to Realm Reborn. Good morning, slash evening, slash whenever this is up. Ellion, how you doing today? I'll take that to mean he's doing alright. So let's get on with this main scenario. We have to pass on a dagger. I made a few changes to my UI since last time. Moved around a couple things, altered the placement of a few other things. Mostly, basically to scratch an itch that I tend to have with UIs in general. I tend to get bored of the default UI in games like this where you can change them. With Warcraft, I end up doing that a lot. I'll download an entirely new interface for the hell of it. But thankfully, in this game in particular, they let you do it on the fly through the game's interface. So I was able to move around a few things. Mostly what I did was move things down a little bit. Moved down the crossbar there with all my moves and stuff like that. I moved all that down. A few other things. Basically to get the most viewing area right there in the middle, where Ellion is right there. Nothing all that big. Just like I said, it's like just something I did to, like I said, scratch that itch. Basically, make sure that I don't get bored of the UI, even though I didn't do too much with it. So we should be able to get to level 15 in this video. If not, we will get very close. And that's another big... It is kind of a milestone because a lot of new gear opens up at 15 that we could buy. The thing is... Ooh, that's a nice suit. I wonder if that has to do with the wedding event that you can have in the game. I just found out about that recently, actually. I'd heard of a bunch of MMOs that let you actually get married to other characters in-game, but I never really looked into it. I didn't know that it was an option here. Turns out it is, and I actually looked at some of the details. I'm single, not like I'm planning to get married or anything like that, but I just thought it was an interesting addition to the game, that you can actually get married. Turns out there's items, there's a special mount you can get, there's cutscenes, you can invite people. It's really pretty awesome, actually. But for now, we have a dagger, so... Ellion! I received word from Captain Leofric the other day. Thank you for delivering the letter for me. Here. I also have this thing. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the Brass Blades of the Rose is permitted to possess it. Well, I wanted to ask you, will you marry me? No. Captain Leofric says I am to have it. There must be some mistake. He couldn't possibly mean to tell me that... No, of course not. I'm not worthy to wield it. Got a bit of an issue here. He shall respect the captain's wishes, take the dagger into safekeeping. Notice there's a bit of a hang-up here. I'm not sure what happened. The game just decided to screw up. So unfortunately, this bit of dialogue that we're going to get by accepting the next quest is going to screw up. I'm going to speed up the footage a little bit until we get past the point. Basically, what this quest is telling us to do is there's some thaumaturges nearby. They need help, and Fufalupa is sending us. There we go. So, I restarted the game and figured out... I didn't really figure out what was wrong. I just decided to cooperate, sort of. So, okay. We have to go into the Footfalls, which is off to the... I know... my directions. It's off on that bridge up to the west there. We need to go over there, and we're gonna speak with Totaruna, and he's gonna tell us what these thaumaturges need help with. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Every so often, every once in a while, the game will start not playing nice with fraps, unfortunately, because I noticed that if there's any kind of stuttering, it will stop. If I hit the record button and turn fraps off, it'll work just fine. It's only while it's recording. But then, you know, every so often it'll also just start working again. See right here, Again, we're getting a bit of a stuttering here. Not static, that's not what it is. We're getting some stuttering, so here we go. Totaruna. Hopefully, it'll work out okay. A bleeding venturer come to help? I heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trust in men only. Any road, we got this under control. Besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Foofaloopa. Boy's got a stick up his arse size of a sabatender. No wonder the captain told him to stay at Horizon. Well, that's not very nice. We're probably not going to do any melee classes with Ellion, so... Hey, look at that! 15 already. Very cool. Yay! Yeah, we figured that out. Okay, so let's see, what else do you need? Ooh, Orabon. Since you're here, might as well make yourself useful. Orabon swimming around the site are disrupting the Thaumaturge's work, which means we've got to slaughter the lot of them. You can help us out by culling 6 of the beasts. Let me know when you're finished. Simple enough. What about you, Nunazofu? These names, oh my god. Hello, adventurer. Mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the Thaumaturges, see? And he wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, Head west and south to the village and tell Raph that he's to deliver a bounty of fresh fish to Horizon for the feast. Oh, so Thaumaturges are distinguished guests, are they? Where's my fish? How come I don't get no fish? I'm part of the Thaumaturges Guild. What's up with this fate? I wonder... This is a new area, I wonder... Oh, it's one of the big monster ones. Crap. Okay, I don't like you. I like the music, though. I like the Fate battle music. That's cool. But it doesn't look like there's anybody else here, and I'd really rather not try and fight off that monster on my own. I'd at least like one other person. If there was an NPC fighting this thing, too, I wouldn't have any trouble. But for now, I think we're going to stick to these. Yeah, because... Yeah, no. He's alone. We're going to kill the thick shells instead, because it's on our hunting log. I always like to get... The hunting log kind of takes precedent over whatever I happen to be doing in a new area. Just because I like that nice bonus to experience that you get at the end. Not even the individual ones that you get per entry. Like, it's not that much. But there's a pretty big bonus at the end when you finish a leaf of the hunting log. I think it's like 10 entries for each one. Although, from what I hear from a couple of sources, after this second tier, which we're on right now, it stops being worth it, unfortunately. I haven't tested that theory. I've actually never been able to finish the second tier, even on the original Ellion. Ooh. Fiery horse. Let's see. We still need one more. If you can hear that clanging sound, I'm sorry, that's my heater. If you can't hear that, never mind. There we go. Here, we'll do these. We'll do the... Oh, like an anglerfish, almost. Or, you know, the stuff of nightmares. I can understand why that guy wants those gone. Let's see. Okay, here's another one. It looks like the game's working okay now. We're not getting any stuttering, thankfully. I think we definitely notice it in combat. That's when it's really at its worst. But it seems to be working okay now. Ooh, guy's got a mount. Or maybe that's... No, I think that was a company chocobo. That's something we're going to get, not soon, but we're getting there. We're going to see pretty soon the quests that we're getting here in the main scenario are going to become more and more important. Over the next few episodes, I'm sure, because based on where we are and what I remember, I'm pretty sure it starts getting to be more and more... What's the word? More and more politically charged, I suppose. Like all that talk of at Lost Hope with Captain Leofric and all that kind of stuff. We're going to see that come to fruition. We're going to see some more stuff like that. And it's definitely going to ramp up the tension of the main storyline. Because a lot of these quests are kind of just getting us from area to area. And I think it's kind of like, the game's kind of like having those things where most of the time when you have a story that you're being told, usually we only cover the important parts, right? We only cover, point A to point B. The journey there is less important than the actual plot points. Or at the very least, those individual plot points are poignant. They're important. They have some sort of resonance with the plot. And I think, now this is just me speculating here, I'm not sure if this is actually true, but my theory on why we get a lot of these little fetch quests where we're just killing random things is, one, getting us from place to place, still kind of acquainting us with the systems involved, but also just to show how real-life stories tend to work. Sometimes we do busy work and it has nothing to do with what we're trying to do. So, much obliged, venturer, and 6 fewer Orobon to pester our guests. I'm happy to be of service, I guess. Truth be told, the thaumaturges could have brought their own escort from the city, but seeing as they wanted to take a gander at ruins this close to Horizon, the officers reckoned we'd be held responsible for any incidents regardless. So, here we are. It ain't that much work, but we've still got to stay on guard. If an Oromon so much as nibbles on one of their toes, we're liable to lose all of ours. Alright. And, okay, we're getting static again. Okay, well... Ooh, hey, hold on. Let's slowly maneuver it over there. I spy a new staff here that I want. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now we have to get down to complete. There we go. There we go. Come on, game. Work with me here. Quest complete. I don't want to have to stop the footage again. Come on now. Oh, come on, game. This just goes to figure that, I spent a couple videos talking about how beautifully the game runs on my system, even though it's not top of the line, and then it starts acting up on me. Come on, starting to get there. Let's do this, come on. I feel like I'm trying to cheer on a wayward pet here. In any case, on the way... Okay, it's slow there. Is it working? Is it working? Come on, there we go. Oh, crap. Oh, sure, now it starts to... Whatever. Anyway, like I was saying before, I think... Ooh, hey, thick shell. Alright. Oh, crap, I guess we gotta deal with him first. We'll take care of the buzzard. A lot of the fetch quests here are just to show that, our journey, through the machinations of the Uldan government and all that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff we do, less than important. We're an adventurer, we're a foreigner. It's our first time here, we haven't been here long, we're starting to make connections, we're starting to get our name out there, right? So this is kind of a standard, like, not a coming-of-age story so much, but, like, it's like how stories tend to go with real people when they go to a new place. They start to live in a new place. They've got to set up their lives. They've got to find work. They've got to set down their roots, that kind of stuff. Like, that's what we're doing. And I really appreciate the way that this game handles that, because it kind of gives, and maybe I'm just giving the game way too much credit by saying that all these random fetch quests that MMOs tend to do have some sort of narrative resonance. But I do believe that it adds a certain something to the game's narrative. The fact that this is our story, this isn't your typical epic narrative that, an RPG is known for. This is an MMO, so it's our story. And I'd say it's pretty easy to relate to this. Okay, there you are. Fresh fish for Captain Baldwin, of course. We'll do our best, sir. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent days on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returning soon, but I cannot promise that their catch will please. But don't worry, sir. The captain will have his fish, I swear it. Alright, well, that'll do. Hey, here we go. Level 15. I figured we wouldn't have to buy the new gear. Oh yeah, we have a new staff. A decorated bone staff. Ooh, that's fancy. No, that's still good. That's still good. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna put on these hard leather boots. Okay. No. Okay, we're good. Osmond, what you need? Ooh, new belt. Yes. Yes. Oh, what a pain in the... Who do these Laminsons think they are anyway? Just look at this, would you? A merchant from Limsa Lominsa dumped this junk when he shipped out. That's not a nice thing to say about Raph. Claimed it wasn't fit for selling, so he just up and left it. Barbarians! What passes for etiquette across the Strait of Merlthor? Don't suppose I could ask you to clean up the rest for me, huh? Please? I picked up so much junk already, the mere sight of it fair makes me gag. Oh, there it is. That's convenient. What about over here? Let's talk to you. Ellion. Ooh, new gloves. Have you some spare time? Spare an old fishwife, friend? I have nets that need tended, you could probably tell. These nets you see hanging here are used to haul in fish. Problem is, in the doing, they dredge up all manner of junk from the sea bottom. I'd be grateful if you'd pick any debris from them you might find. Okay, simple enough. Simple enough for some new gloves. Stop it, game. I'm not interested. Don't mess with me. Okay, here we go. And there's the third. Let's actually... Yeah, we'll turn this in. Thank you, dear. That's one less chore that needs seeing to. What needs seeing to? I tell you, it's no easy thing being a fishwife. When not mending nets and patching sails, I'm praying to Limlayan for still waters and a hearty hail. Still, I wouldn't trade all the hard work for anything. Okay. Limlayan? Whatever. Hey, mittens! There we go. Okay, so let's see what's, let's gather all this stuff. And then we'll see about the next... Oh, okay, I see. So the next quest for the main story is over on the other dock. So we got to go over there. I think that's where the rest of the trash is, too. We'll pick up the rest of that stuff and then talk to Marilda. Ooh! Pardon me, sir. I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Our village has been a haven for unscrupulous characters. One such band has taken over our tavern. They demand that we serve them buzzard thighs, thick shell legs, and scaphite slices, none of which we have in our larders. Could you procure these ingredients for me, adventurer? I've not the skill to harvest them from the creatures. Ah, see, there it is. We're a hero of the people. That's our storyline. We are, you know, we're a paragon for the common man, girl, children, women, everybody. We're not sexist or ageist. We're just going around helping everybody. And someday maybe we'll see that a return on our investment, shall we say. We're a philanthropist. Yeah. Okay, so that's the last of it. So now we've got to go fight some monsters for compulsory catering. Kind of like the sound of that. Kind of rolls off the tongue there. But first we have a new belt. Thank you, friend. Seeing this place clean again does my spirit good. Though I suppose some other Lamentin merchant will be by before long and leave more filth behind. I hate my life. Well, sure, with that kind of attitude you're gonna hate your life. Cheer up, Osmond! You were great in Sixth Sense. Never mind, that was terrible. I'm sorry. That was absolutely awful. But, okay, so we have our new gear. We have a new belt, new mittens, new staff. What do we got here? Anything? You know what? We're probably going to get the new gear from the quests anyway. Let's not make the same mistake we did last time. But actually, we're going to do one thing. We're going to repair 8 gil. Oh, that's a little steep. I don't know if I can afford that. Alright, so we just need to go back into the foothills just a little bit and find ourselves some monsters to kill. Start with our thick shells. So yeah, like, but I was kind of joking about, you know, the philanthropy and all that, but it does kind of add a certain, what's the phrase I'm trying to go? I'm not going to go with, you know, je ne sais quoi, but it's like it's a nuance, I guess is how I'd phrase it, to our storyline. We are fast becoming popular to the people here in Ul'dah. Not because of any great deeds that we've done, although we've done some of those. We've made a good impression on certain folks. But it's also a thing where we're just, you know, by doing these quests, I mean, granted, the gameplay-wise, we're just doing it for stuff and money and experience points. But in for the sake of the story itself, we're doing good deeds, right? So we're becoming known basically as someone who is willing to get our hands dirty for the sake of not just the rich and affluent, but normal folks, right? And so I think that's what those random fetch quests are for. Aside from just having them in here, because to have every quest in the game have a lot of like storyline significance could make it kind of, it would get old fast. Like, I think also just mechanically, and not just mechanically in a gameplay sense, but I mean like the mechanics of storytelling. It provides a lull, right? It's just, you know, a lot of busy work going on. We're just killing random things and gathering random things. And that means that when a quest pops up where something big happens, like when Winfrajet contacts us with an offer for Gil again, because we didn't have enough of those, it really makes an impact. If we had a bunch of like epic sweeping tales and a bunch of cutscenes and stuff for like every major quest, well, at least, yeah, no, that's fair, because they're very rare anyway. Yeah, every major quest, if we had a cutscene and voice acting and a bunch of like these epic sound effects and visual effects and all that kind of stuff, then they would lose their flair. You know, they'd overstay their welcome very quickly. And you'd end up with like an issue with resource management too, I think, in terms of the actual making of the game. You'd probably end up with like an Age of Conan scenario where, I don't know if any of you watching this knows about Age of Conan, but basically that's how the first 10 levels or so of that game was made. A bunch of cutscenes, full voice acting, a whole bunch of things like that. But it was only for like the first 10 levels, like the introductory section of the game, and then it ran out. And then it was just your standard, just text-based questing and a bunch of standard crap, right? By spreading out resources, I'd like to think that that's also part of it. They allow the game to maintain a certain level of quality without running low on resources. Now, Square Enix is a pretty big company, so maybe they don't have to worry about that, but still. Anyway, got your crap. Have you the ingredients? If we fail to satisfy the bandits, they'll take their displeasure out on us. Oh, I'd better murder them. Or, well, maybe not. Bless you, adventurer, bless you. We may yet pass this eve without incident. Though I know not what terrors tomorrow may bring, these outlaws do whatever they please, and we've not the strength to stand up to them. The brass blades of Horizon and Vesper Bay see no profit in protecting a poor village like ours. Most of them pretend we don't even exist. Worst of all are those in league with the bandits. That's no fun. So those are both for... Oh, okay. Ether, huh? I guess that's ours, but I don't need ether. We have a way to get our mana back without bothering with ether, so we'll just take the tin pieces. Or bronze pieces is what they are now. So we're going to end the video here. We're going to finish up that quest next time. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye, Ellion. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.